Ameriprise stock has done very well over the last 5 years. We can see it's gone up 227%. Over the same time frame, the S&P 500 has only gone up about 80%. You can also see the forward dividend yield is roughly the same. It pays out 1.15% roughly, right? Let's take a look at the 10-year chart, up 287%, which isn't as impressive. A lot of the gains have come since, well, in that 5-year period exactly. So it's taking a very good 5-year stretch, this 5-year chart is. However, it has still outperformed the S&P 500 over the last decade or so. So yeah, that is good. We can see the PE ratio is 19.5. That seems extraordinarily low. However, we have to factor in the industry that it's in, the financial markets, capital markets, and financial institutions in general have lower PEs. You can see that across the board. 19 is actually towards the tippy top of that. You can see Morgan Stanley, which has performed also incredibly well, has only about 18 PE last I checked. But we can see here the forward PE is significantly lower, which plays into this being good, right? So 14.5 is still on the lower end. So assuming it can hit that, this thing's looking really good. And we can see that it has missed a few times. So maybe we can, if we're being conservative here, we can say this is 16. However, with the stock's performance, anyways, that's still not bad. You would expect a stock that has gone up 220% over a 5-year period to be doing very good, right? To have a higher PE valuation, right? And like I said, it isn't high, but considering you got to sometimes group it together with its peers instead of just the broader market. So this is a somewhere in the middle, fairly valued on average stock for its peers, right? We can see Schwab gives it exactly a 50%. It's interesting. Usually I like Schwab ratings, but you got to understand, at least to some degree, Schwab is competing with this company a little bit. So I'll take this more with a grain of salt than normal. I'm assuming all of you know what they do, right? They do all this sort of stuff, wealth management, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to dive too deep, but if you want to read it, you can. I'm assuming most of you have a baseline understanding of what this company does. But if you don't, you should obviously look into it more. Now we can see some other ratings. Narrow. I hate the 0-3-10 scale we got here, right? None, narrow, wide. However, it's probably somewhere in the middle. It does have competition, right? At the same time, when you see leadership reap these sorts of great rewards, right? Reaping these great, there's growth in the stock, right? It's very difficult. Certainly in the market that it's in, it's even more impressive. Like you can find quite a few tech stocks that have gone up 227%. Can you find them at this PE? Maybe I can think of a handful, right? Kind of techie stocks. However, it is very, very, very rare in the business Ameriprise is to rise this much. So this is a very good performance, certainly as of late. So 4 stars, buy, long, buy, moderate ESG score. So risks and stuff, I mean, of course they do investment stuff. So if in, recession, everything gets hurt during a recession, but some less than others, right? Procter & Gamble, it gets hurt a lot less than the risky tech stock, right? But this is one that would probably fall a decent amount during a recession. Unsurprising, most do. But I don't really see any major risks, right? Not than the average company. So maybe it's just because I don't know the market as much. I guess competition, right, with quite a few stocks like TSM and ASML I love because they basically have monopolies on the market. Ameriprise certainly does not. There's plenty of financial institutions that do this sort of thing. However, they seem to be towards the top of the pack. Do I own this stock? I do not personally own this stock. Am I going to? Maybe. I wouldn't be against it maybe in the future. I do have a decent diversification into the financial institution area anyways. I really like I just feel like JP Morgan's a little bit cheaper right now and gets similar results. Although I know they do different stuff, right? So, but they're probably first, but Ameriprise really isn't a bad stock. Long term, you should do fine. Is it overvalued? Not really, even considering the run up. However, of course, do your own research. This is not investment advice. But Ameriprise is definitely, there's a lot worse stocks you can pick than Ameriprise. I'll tell you that much, a lot worse. Let's take a quick look at recent PE. Yeah, we can see it's right in the realm, maybe towards the upper end, but then again, it's been performing really well, so that shouldn't be too surprising. Let's take a look at what some analysts have to say. Yeah, so 6 of the 11 say buy or strong buy. we roughly see that where it's outnumbers it. I don't know where those 3 analysts went. Maybe they just disappeared, or they were so bad they lost their jobs, right? So whatever. That's a joke. But so 52.544 or 525.44 is the average analyst price target. Usually I don't care about price targets a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, this stock is fine. It's good. It's above average. It should be a good performing stock. It's good diversification, all that sort of stuff. But you're never going to get like a home run stock, usually with Ameriprise or with this sort of industry they're in. If you bought 5 years ago, this is about one of the best runs you can expect or ask for, right? But I think I've said all I want to say. This is a solid stock. I wouldn't have too many concerns about it, but it's also not like one of those that's like, oh, it's singing to you from the clouds, from the heavens, because it looks so perfect. So anyways, that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed this video, I appreciate if you left a like. If you want to see similar stock content, I do all sorts of stocks on this channel. I do it daily, so subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I appreciate all of you for watching the video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.